So I just ended a live stream on YouTube on my desktop. It was a desktop live stream. They are currently playing some type of music in the background, um, but it is low. But it was loud enough for my cell phone to catch on the live stream. So I'm going to start this video out with the fact that I recently discovered uh, 42 USC 1983, Section 1983, establishes a federal cause of action against anyone who, under color of state or local law, deprives another of rights secured by the Constitution or federal statutes enacted as part of the Civil Rights Act of 1871. It is the cornerstone of modern U.S. civil rights litigation and key enforcement mechanism for constitutional accountability. So I was going for a civil RICO lawsuit, but it's much harder to produce enough evidence for a RICO lawsuit, even though it is possible. But you have to have substantial financial evidence, as well as a lot more evidence pertaining to the an organization like harassing you, or just it's really difficult, and that's where people get confused about RICO lawsuits. So this one would be purely a civil rights lawsuit, and what courts require as proof for this are video recordings, official records, police reports, witness testimonies, documented patterns, GPS or timestamp data, which I have almost all of that. I've never filed a police report about the harassment because it is the police. But what I have filed for the past 2 years are cease and desist letters to the sheriff and the police, to which the response was, well, it was recorded and documented helicopters following me while I was exercising, as well as I want to say 12 days after I sent the cease and desist letters. They That same night that the helicopter followed me while I was exercising, I came home to sheriffs parked all down Willow Wood, and they were at a house. I also recorded myself speaking with a sheriff officer, pretending like she didn't know what was going on. I also recorded as I walked from the end of Willowwood down Inkwood, where we reside. The helicopter circled above my head and followed me as I walked back and forth up the street, and I made sure to record that. I also had the recording. They were arresting a man a little bit further up at Willowwood, whoever the perpetrator was. But for some reason, the helicopter was circling over my house, recording and documenting, and I remained calm and I recorded everything in detail. It's not the first time that this has occurred, and it won't be the last time. But there's no reason for them to do that, as well as I've recorded them multiple times tracking me via helicopter to and from my job, and even while I'm on break. So the main thing is them following me in Ubers and them stalking me and tracking me illegally. Those are smoking guns. They will not have an explanation for it. I don't have any criminal history. I don't have any current warrants. They have no probable cause. They have no reason and no excuse. So it is the United States. It is. And we have to play their game. See, there's a reason that the V2K is through microwaves. If they are caught, if you figure out some way to survive, if you figure out some way to document, if you figure out some way to live and prosper and progress through this system, it will hinder their entire system, literally destroy it from the inside out. while revealing all of their secrets. So far, it's been 3 full years. They haven't killed me. I do not get sick, though I did have to build my own armor. I did have to create my own medicine. I did have to switch my entire diet and discipline myself to stay on my diet as well as work and be tortured 24/7, as well as receive the voice of skull technology. I'm going to say this, I am not Jesus, and I am nobody's hero. I'm just another human trying to help other humans survive this illegal torture system that is completely covered by global deniability. And even right now, as I record this video, they're playing with my heart. But for some reason, not for some reason, they can't penetrate my full armor, but they can play with my heart. With that being said, I want to tell people, please do not unalive yourself. There is hope. There is a day coming when this system in full will be revealed, and I'm not talking about on their side where they're revealing our thought processes and they're revealing all of our private secrets, and they're getting away with torturing us daily and nightly. They're also squeezing on my lungs, making it look like it's hard to breathe, and it's not hard to breathe. I ride my bike every day. I work every day. I walk every day. There's nothing wrong with me, but they will squeeze on my lungs to make it seem like I had a breathing problem if anything were to happen. For targeted individuals out there that feel like giving up, please don't. Please don't. You are beautiful soldiers in a war that you did not ask to be in. It is warfare, and it is also spiritual warfare. I know my nose ring looks funny, but this nose ring is how my sinuses have been surviving for the past 3 years. How I don't get sick, how it is copper, a neodymium magnet, and pieces of shungite wrapped in electrical tape so they can't burn the tissue layers within my sinuses, because they will conduct enough electricity and energy to destroy any living tissue. But they can't get through this to fully destroy my sinuses, which is also why I wear my Faraday beanie to cover my head. And it takes a lot to wear a Faraday beanie every day. It requires a lot of energy. It takes a lot of energy, but it also protects the frontal lobe from a lot of damage, which is again how I've been surviving for 3 years. So you will probably never see me with this off my head unless I'm washing it, and even then I have a backup. With that being said, I know this video is long, but I want to give people hope. I'm going to spend the entire weekend preparing a packet to send to a lawyer who specializes in civil rights lawsuits. I have extensive documentation of tracking and harassment via the sheriff and the police and other federal organizations. I want people to know that there is hope. There's hope. All it takes is time, patience, and a lot of faith, and a lot of focus. I don't think that I have anything else to say. I want to thank people for watching this video. And I would like to, again, from 3 years ago, a video I made 3 years ago, telling people to remain calm. I would like to ask people to remain calm, because that is how I'm surviving on a daily basis. No matter what they do, I try to remain calm and remind myself that I am the shit. So are you.